The truth of the matter is, with Activision Blizzard King, I would be straight with people, right? If we were going to put them in the subscription this year, I would tell people, and I just want to be straight with people, that that's where we are.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, Microsoft. Not long after Xbox held its stellar game showcase, universally praised by not just Xbox gamers, I praised it, but also historically critical PlayStation gamers, we all thought Xbox had turned a corner and the bad news was pretty much behind them. But as Xbox Unlocked podcast host and longtime IGN presenter Ryan McCaffrey said, well, Xbox just cannot seem to avoid stepping on that rake. Ladies and gentlemen, after Xbox made assurances to regulators that it would not increase Game Pass prices due to its Call of Duty /Activision /Blizzard /King purchase, the test results confirmed that was a lie. Welcome back to a Foxy Games UK video. If you like this sort of thing, like, subscribe, hit notification, all that good stuff. Applicable links available in the video description. So yeah, Game Pass prices are going up significantly. Microsoft has removed day-and-date game releases from one of its subscription tiers or replaced it, and the internet is up in arms about it. Yes, all hell is breaking loose. And if we head over to videogameschronicle.com, as I say, link in the description, Xbox Game Pass is getting price increases and a standard tier with no day one releases. Microsoft confirms its new pricing. Microsoft is raising the price of Xbox Game Pass and introducing a new subscription tier or replacing that does not include day one releases from July 10. Yes, July 10. Imminent changes. So starting today, the platform holder's top Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tier, which includes PC Game Pass Day 1 games, back catalogue titles, online play and cloud gaming, will increase in price to $19.99 in the US, that's £14.99 in the UK, and in Europe just shy of €18 per month. That's up from $16.99 or £12.99 or €14.99. PC Game Pass will also increase in price to $12, £10 in the UK or €12. Microsoft announced on Tuesday and includes all current benefits including day one releases. Significantly, Microsoft said that starting this week it will retire its Xbox Game Pass for console tier, really for new users. So if you're on it already, you're fine. This will soon be replaced with a new $15 a month standard tier, which will include access to a back catalogue of games, online play, but crucially, no day one releases or cloud gaming. Here's a quote. Some games available with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on day one will not immediately be available with Xbox Game Pass Standard and may be added to the library at a future date, Microsoft said. Users currently subscribed to Xbox Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain their subscription. That's assuming you don't let your subscription lapse. So Microsoft said this includes access to day one games provided you are subscribed. Don't let it lapse if you're on this. However, if at any time their users turn off their automatic payment, I knew it was coming, they turn off their automatic payment renewal and their membership lapses, they will no longer have access to Game Pass for console and will need to join one of the other plans, it said. Wow. So from September 12, Microsoft will only allow users to stack Xbox Game Pass for console users for up to 13 months. Xbox Game Pass Core, previously Xbox Live Gold enabling online multiplayer, will receive an annual price increase to around $75 a year. That's up from $60 a year, but will remain at $10 per month. Microsoft went on to say that they created Game Pass to offer players more choice in how they discover and play games. That includes offering different prices and plans so players can find what works best for them. Or I love the way they spin this. Love this. I love this PR stuff. So what they're saying is this allows you to find what works best for you or what gets them more money. Great. Now, this month's price change marks the second consecutive year Microsoft has raised Game Pass prices. I'll get into that later, because that's misleading as well. So months after the company dismissed suggestions that it would raise prices following its $69 billion merger with Activision Blizzard, well, later this year, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will launch day one into Game Pass, marking the first time any Call of Duty game has been included as such in a service at launch. Commenting on last year's price rises, Carrie Perez, Microsoft's head of gaming communications, told Video Games Chronicle at the time, "We've held on our prices for console for many years and have adjusted the prices to reflect the competitive conditions in each market. Microsoft's official FAQ for the Game Pass changes can be found on its site." And it doesn't make good reading. But look, I'm gonna give Microsoft some benefit of the doubt. It is true that it offered amazing value for money. I couldn't believe how cheap it was, and yeah, up until recently, like 2023, they did not increase prices, well, barely increase prices anyway. And yeah, where do you think all those games are going to come from, guys? Fable, the Call of Duties, the Indiana Jones, all of these big games coming into Game Pass. How do you think they're going to fund them? The game developers have to be paid. The production values are high, one would hope. So yes, something's got to give. Already seen posts on X almost defending the price increase, stating that it's still better than paying $70 to play a game. PS5 game at that, which is kind of besides the point. When you consider that since 2023, approximately just 12 months ago, the price of Game Pass had increased by as much as 33%. I'm sorry, but there's no defending that. And yeah, I did say that they haven't put the prices up, but this comes at a bad time because they promised that they're not putting prices up to the regulators, the CMA, the FTC, pretty much to every regulator in the world, that they wouldn't put the prices up. So the ridiculousness of console fanboy wars aside, it does baffle me that there are people who would actually cheerlead paying more money to a corporation for a monthly subscription. And let me tell you, it's entirely possible that Sony could increase its pricing also. I mean, they're in this to make money too, just like Microsoft. And once the whole hoo-ha of the Game Pass price increase blows over, and believe me, it will blow over as it always does, and assuming the effect of the increase isn't too detrimental to its Game Pass MAU, that's monthly active users, it's not that difficult to envisage that Sony PlayStation may want to increase its PlayStation Plus subscription offerings too, if not just to bring it in line with its competitors. Xbox increasing Game Pass prices, adding a third tier and without day one games. How do you feel about that? Sound off in the comments. I actually predicted this. I predicted they would introduce a third tier that did not have day and date and would try and move people away from other tiers and perhaps maybe over time remove day and date, because they need to sell games, they need to sell hardware, and perhaps, just perhaps, if they make the tier expensive enough, a lot of people might just go back to buying games. Stranger things have happened. I actually cancelled my Game Pass sub last week. I've got around 6 days left. I pretty much own all the games on Game Pass that I want to play. I rarely, if ever, play multiplayer, and I don't care about cloud gaming. So really it was a total waste of my money and utterly pointless, paying £12.99 per month just so my lazy ass didn't have to get up and switch out those game discs. Ironically, I cancelled pre-price increase too. And an interesting article that's quite old now. I think the article goes back, let's see, May 21st of this year. So quite old. It was updated on June the 6th. Tweaktown.com. They put out an article, Microsoft could raise the price of Xbox Game Pass again. Microsoft is reportedly discussing on whether or not to raise Xbox Game Pass prices once again as game budgets and costs continue to rise. So it looks like this was always on the card, and that Microsoft could raise the price of Xbox Game Pass once again in an effort to combat rising costs of game development. Game Pass subscribers might be in for another price increase as Xbox chases more growth. Sources tell The Verge's Tom Warren that Microsoft is mulling over a subscription price hike for Game Pass. The price hike is likely being timed in conjunction, here's the key, Here's the key point. In conjunction with the arrival of Call of Duty on Game Pass, the added value from the series could give Microsoft a reason to raise subscription prices again. Microsoft had previously raised the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in many territories shortly after the FTC lost its federal case against the Xbox Microsoft Activision merger. In July 2023, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate rose by $2 in the United States. That was from $15 per month to $17 per month. Call of Duty wouldn't necessarily be the only reason to raise subscription prices though, because the cost of doing business has skyrocketed everywhere, causing big cutbacks, layoffs, project cancellations, and studio closures across the game industry, Xbox included. Remember I said Sony could follow suit? So I wouldn't get too happy, PlayStation gamers, laughing at these Xbox gamers on Game Pass. We also don't know exactly how much Game Pass is currently making, but we do know that it made up to around $1.9 billion back in 2021. The subscription had failed to grow at the pace Microsoft expected, and it currently has around 34 million subscribers, including some carryover conversions from previous Xbox Live Gold subscribers, now called Xbox Game Pass Core. Now, at the time of writing, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate currently has access to around 503 games, that's quite respectable, on console, and 465 games on PC, many of which are being sold at full $60, $70 MSRP on various storefront platforms. So there's still value there. I give Microsoft that. Even though the price has gone up, I would suggest, and take my foolish advice, but I would suggest probably not subscribing to Game Pass every single month of the year, perhaps only when those big games end up on the subscription platform, and once you've completed them or played your fill, had your fill, maybe lapse the subscription until the next big game comes out. I'm just not really sure it's worth paying every single month for some of these smaller titles. I mean, you might like indie titles, and then it's going to be value for you. But if you're into those big AAA, you're waiting for the likes of Indiana Jones, Fable, Perfect Dark, Black Ops 6, I would suggest subscribing when those games drop and not each and every month. Or if you've got a PlayStation, maybe hot-foot it back and forward with your subscriptions. 1 month subscribe to PlayStation when something good happens over there, and vice versa. But I'm not sure if it's worth subscribing every single month. There are months, whole quarters, where no big releases appear on the platform. Older games, yes, but day and date games, big releases, no. That's one of the reasons I cancelled my Xbox Game Pass. I will subscribe again when the big games come, especially those games that launch digital only, like Hellblade 2, because I really wanted to purchase Hellblade 2. I'm a big proponent of boxed games, but because it didn't release as a physical package, I subscribed to Game Pass, played it, there you go. So yeah, when my subscription lapses, I'm gonna have to delete Hellblade because I won't be able to access it. But that's how it goes. You don't pay, you don't play. Just to recap, Xbox Game Pass prices are going up along with other changes. Price changes will go into effect for new members for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass Core, and PC Game Pass. So Game Pass for console will no longer be available for new members if you let it lapse or you turn off your reoccurring billing. You will have to go onto the new tier where there are no day one games and the price goes up. New Game Pass tier, that is the Xbox Game Pass Standard. That's the Game Pass catalog online multiplayer, but no day one games. And that's for $15, $14.99 US. And if game development is going up, well, it's not going to get cheaper as time goes on. So you can expect even more price increases across the board, not just with Microsoft, but all subscription services, including movies, games, whatever tier. The penny pinching has begun. And there's your news. If you like this sort of thing, subscribe, notifications, and hit that like button. Until the next video, thanks for watching.